Welcome to the Petering Out Podcast.
Here we are, back again. Pistol Pete.
Off the hip.
G-Weezy. Back at it. Time to put your headphones in and get your Peter's ass. It's time for the Petering Out Podcast. Sponsored by Tide. Get those Peter stains out of your pants using Tide Pods.
You know, it reminds me. Do you guys remember? I doubt you ever remember. Do you ever hearing about the guy Wolfman Jack?
Yeah, I remember.
You, like you?
I don't know.
Like I guess he was a
radio.
He was a radio
Christian
DJ.
Slater in that.
Pirate radio. Yeah.
Pirate radio.
No, he was like a popular DJ. Like they would parody him all the time. As a matter of fact, there's an episode of Simpsons where he's on, where he would oh yeah, it's Wolfman Jack, woo woo woo, and he would do like this like. He was like, oh yeah, and he would do all that like.
What's like? What was
it? Just reminded me. What?
Is that like Duff Man?
Yeah, Duff Man.
Duff Man's kind of just like.
Yeah.
Basically, he's.
Petering Out Podcast.
Did you see that article I sent you about the boxer that died?
Yeah.
It's just crazy, huh? He got beat to death in the ring, pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know.
I watched part
There's
of
a lot of factors that go into the.
Yeah, but I watched bits and pieces of the fight, and like you can see he's not defending himself. He's not, and he's just getting beat to hell.
What, the fight yesterday?
No, this happened. Let me tell you what day it happened.
At Disneyland?
Did you hear about that at Disneyland?
The old one? You're talking about the old one?
No, not the family fight. This is a professional fight, a boxer.
At Disneyland? A boxer at Disneyland?
There's a professional fight at Disneyland? UFC's Disneyland's hosting UFC fights?
Yeah. right outside the castle. No. So you were thinking I was talking about the family. They got the big fight outside at Disneyland. I was talking about a professional boxer that got killed. He's 28 years old. He got beaten. Like he died later at the hospital due to.
Yeah, but then why did you say? Did you see that? As if there was a fight at Disneyland.
Oh no!
Because
when
the
you
family
said
fight.
no, because there was
with
something
a professional
new. So
who murdered someone.
This lady that has been has been banned from Disneyland for life. 23-year-old woman went to in Disney World. They still have the Tower of Terror, right?
Uh-huh.
So she got a fast pass for Tower of Terror, and they missed their time. You know how there's a time. It says come between this time and this time. Well, they missed the time by like an hour, and they were like, "Hey, I got a fast pass. Let me on." And they were like, "No." So her response was, "Whap!"
Punch someone?
She punched the operator of the ride, and then just started pushing buttons on the fucking console. Like, yeah. So
Start pushing buttons.
yeah, a 23-year-old tourist from Chicago punched a worker in the face when her fast pass wasn't valid for Tower Terror.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah. And then they ran off, and security ended up finding him. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. Bless you again. The woman wasn't arrested. The worker didn't want to press charges, but yeah, punch her in the face. And then just like starts monkey slapping the fucking all the buttons on the ride.
Like, what would that achieve though? Like, she just wanted to fuck up whoever's on that ride.
That race.
Oh, that's fucked up. Actually, she was a white woman.
Exactly.
That's why it was a good guess that race, but you ruined it.
The show that'll make anybody seem racist.
Guess that race.
Even when you're right, you're racist.
I was going to say something about something. Have you seen that Florida Man thing? There's like a meme going around right now. It's like type in Florida Man and your birthday, and like that's your spirit animal, and it's like so like.
I think I looked up this one layer where you look up like a Florida story that happened on your birthday.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Well, that's what he's.
Yeah, that's pretty much You just Google Florida Man and your birthday.
Yeah, that's like maybe a year or two.
So mine's is Florida man killed parents and brother over $200,000 he sent to a porn site girlfriend.
200,000.
He sent $200,000 to a girl on a porn site.
What does that have to do with the other people? Why do they have to come into it?
I guess it was their money.
All right. What are our topics?
Well, those were some of them. What's going on with John Jones now? I saw this article. I haven't read it yet. Apparently, Dana White is like, I don't even care anymore. Like,
No, there's a lawsuit that some stripper said he slapped her pussy, and then that he choked her, like he got her from behind and like lip choked her.
that's weird.
Like with his arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying like you just
Just like from behind,
Simba her like from her neck.
like a horror movie. Just like,
Like Jason.
yeah. There was
But
a
I don't know. I think it's bullshit.
there was a wrestler. Okay, what's his name? Enzo Amore. He was a WWE guy, and he got fired. I don't know if he got fired for the same thing, but there was a chick that came out and it was talking about how that he raped her.
Was that why he got fired?
I don't know. I didn't really follow. So I read the article because
Does he
it
have a
was
podcast?
Enzo Amore.
Yeah.
He might.
I think I heard him on a podcast.
I hated his gimmick. It was a terrible fucking gimmick. He was just a fucking like a Guido. Like, he just come out and like
What's wrong with that gimmick?
I don't know. It was just terrible.
It
It
was
was-
a good gimmick at the time because Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it was hot.
It wasn't even Jersey Shore. It was like within the last 2 years.
Still,
It was hot.
Still Jersey Shore.
It might have been longer, but
Yeah, he's not even. That guy's new. What are you talking? I mean, that guy's old.
it might have been within 5 years.
Old. That guy's really old. Been longer than 5 years.
Yeah, it was probably when Jersey Shore was.
It might have been, but the whole thing was like the way she details it was like he got her in a sleeper choke, and then when she woke up, he was on top of her from behind, and then he gave her a suplex, and like it was like what?
A suplex?
Yeah.
Oh.
He
wasn't really-
suplexed her, then
What's
gave her
that?
the bulldog, and then
What's that joke about? Who did that joke where they're like, "Oh, my dad was a professional wrestler, so he only fake handless or something."
oh,
like that.
who was that? Who was that?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, my dad used to beat us, but he was a professional wrestler, so he only like it was only we
Yeah.
pretended or some shit.
It was fake hits or something like that.
But yeah, that was. I remember reading the article and like it was the detail of what happened. It was like
suplexed her or power bombed her.
both.
She probably just started saying a
What
bunch
was-
of
yeah,
wrestling
wrestling
words.
moves.
He probably just like pushed her. Just like, oh,
I
he
mean,
suplexed me.
I could see a situation in where you would do a wrestling move on the chick, just to be crazy, just to be like, hey, bitch,
Yeah.
to, like throw her around. You know what I mean?
Give her the full
especially-
experience.
Yeah, well, because like some chicks like to get choked, so maybe he was choking her and then she passed out,
Yeah,
so he was
he
still
just
fucking.
kept, he just kept going.
And she probably didn't know where she was when she woke up because sometimes it takes you a while
It takes you a
to
second. Yeah,
realize what happened.
anytime you go unconscious, yeah.
And then at that point, he probably just got her like in a belly to back suplex,
It's just like
and then switched position.
no, he stayed in her the whole time
yeah, exactly.
throughout the suplex. Oh god.
See, that's some cool shit. Like some girls would appreciate that.
I think I found my new fetish. Search up
Suplexes.
suplex porn.
I've been what do you call it? Experimenting with suplexes.
I have this stupid story, and it just bothers me just because just the way the headline is. I don't care about Tom. I like Tom Holland. He's a great actor. He's doing a good job as Spider-Man. I don't care about his personal life at all. But the way this article, Spider-Man, Tom Holland's family allegedly loves his new girlfriend. It's like, why allegedly? Why don't they just say, yeah, they like his new girlfriend? They have to add allegedly. It's not like they're like, Tom Holland allegedly attacked a fan outside of a. Like, okay, if you're saying something like
Because they didn't talk to the family. They just talked to Tom Holland, and Tom Holland says, yeah, my family loves him.
Yeah.
yeah, but
So it's allegedly, yeah.
allegedly.
Because you didn't get it from the source, but that's the word.
It's the word on the streets.
So that's
I
allegedly.
guess.
The word on the streets is that That's a stupid ass title. That's like we got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes' response to Marvel rebooting Blade. Apparently,
Was he mad or bad?
That's cool.
yeah, he's cool about it. He says, and this is the exact quote, is, "To all the daywalkers losing their minds right now, chillax. Although the news comes as a surprise, it's all good. Such is the business of entertainment. Much peace to the MCU crew, always a fan. Honor and respect to Grandmaster Stan." And then he congratulates.
He's gonna be the Stan Lee of Blade movies.
You know what? That'd be
He's
cool if
just
he
gonna
actually
be-
makes. If he actually,
Stupid ass cameos.
Wait, who?
Wesley
Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes. I was gonna say it'd be funny if they did like if they made Deadpool like that. Like in every other movie, he there's always some stupid cameo he shows up in, and then
Yeah.
like in Avengers, he's like a main role, or
That
he's
would
like
be cool.
a
Like, yeah.
bigger role. But
that would be
then
very
in
cool.
his own movie, he's obviously.
He's just a cameo in his own movie. What the hell is Deadpool?
You know how they
You
do,
kids get off my lawn.
You know how they do the director narrating
Mm.
special features? They should always have a Deadpool.
Just have Deadpool?
Special feature.
in every movie.
Yeah.
No, they should have what's his name from Ant-Man.
Who? Oh, Michael Pena.
Michael Pena, yeah.
Or just have them do a wrap up of all the movies.
Yeah.
Of every movie.
I thought that was gonna. I heard somewhere. I thought I read somewhere that was going to happen. But well, speaking of MCU,
What movie's coming out next?
For Marvel,
Yeah.
the next movie is Black Widow.
yes,
Really?
Yeah. And then after that, it's
I still have the.
what is the next one? I forgot.
I wonder
Yeah,
if they,
Guardians isn't gonna be till.
I wonder if they
2023?
even know what they like. What did they? I wonder if they even know what they have planned, like, or if they're just
They know
experimenting right now.
They
and
know what
seeing
movies they're gonna do, but they just
Yeah,
the
but
scripts
like,
are still being
like,
written.
I'm saying like they don't have a plan of direction, like
no.
yet. And I figure I think they're just experimenting with all this shit, and whatever hits, they're gonna run with it.
Yeah, maybe they might like hint at shit, and then whatever people go to, they'll be like, all right, that's what we're running with. And
Yeah.
Precisely that. That's what they're looking for.
That's exactly what they're looking for.
At least 4 seconds or more of inhalation.
There was a lot of weird people at that concert.
Skin.
Slipknot's like, they're like all the people from Hot Topic was there, and then there was skinheads there.
So movie-wise, it's Black Widow,
There's so many
The
white
Eternals, Shang-Chi.
So many white people?
Yeah, like I've never seen that many white people. I thought I was tripping. I was like, God, there's so many white people.
A lot of white people.
And then Ruben was like, at the end, he was like, dude, that was like the most white people I've ever seen. And I was like, I thought it was just me.
So wait, who was the show you saw?
It was Slipknot, and then like some death metal bands, like 2 death metal bands.
Any bigger
Some
name? Any
fucking
bigger
other
names?
stupid band. No, they were just
I've never been a fan of Slipknot. So I don't know.
I never have
they're
either.
alright.
Slipknot's a little
they're alright.
too heavy for me.
They're alright. They got some okay songs. Like some of their stuff is okay. They're like WWF. Like that's their shit. Like Kane. Like it's like they base their whole like
Yeah, they just wore a mask.
on like WWE, the Kane gimmick. Even their set was like a WWE set. Like,
Really?
Yeah, all the lights and shit. The set was cool. Though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever.
The lead singer, he's got a good voice.
What's his name? Corey
Yeah.
Haim.
Corey.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I forgot. One of my jobs was one
They
of
have
the.
a couple good songs, but yeah, they're not. I don't know because it was like $25,
That's not bad.
and then I never find some because that fool was always going to concerts with me that he doesn't really care about.
Okay. So it was like, all right, fuck it. All right, so. Oh yeah, because we didn't talk about this last week. Or we did, but we didn't
did.
actually post the episode.
Oh, you know what? It might have been. Was that the half that?
That was a half that
we
got cut
lost?
off. So yeah. So phase 4, we got Black Widow, May 1st, 2020. The Eternals, November 6th, 2010, 20.
I don't know anything about that, so I mean,
Shang-Chi, that's February 2021.
that's whatever.
Then you got Doctor Strange, Multiverse
Doctor
of
Strange.
Madness.
I'm all in on that.
That's May 7th, 2021.
Just the way that title is.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness, yeah. And then Thor, Love and Thunder, May 5th,
That one's a
2021.
That one could be bad because Natalie Portman.
So my question is Chris Hemsworth not going to be in it at all? Or
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, is it just going to be Natalie Portman being Thor?
I think that's what it might be.
Why is it
Because
called Love and Thunder?
because she's gonna be Thor.
Where's the love?
Her.
Where's the love?
It's a female. Isn't that a song by the Black Eyed Peas?
I don't think.
And
Because I think Thor's off with the Guardians still.
Right.
Why aren't they
So
making
it makes sense.
Oh, and then the other thing too is
why
so
aren't they making a Hulk movie?
the other thing I read about Love and Thunder, they're talking about because what's her name's gonna be in it? Valkyrie.
Valkyrie.
And Valkyrie is a king that needs to find her queen.
Dumb.
So there's gonna be some lesbian action.
There's gonna be some lesbian
Some
action.
lesbiana?
Yeah, and so that's probably where the love comes from, and then the thunder is.
So you know have you seen
You rolled your eyes so hard, you know what?
on IGN they always go on the IGN Facebook page when they comment on something where they're like, oh, the new James Bond, or there was gonna be a black girl. Or whatever.
Yeah.
They always go, oh, that's so stunning, so brave.
Oh, yeah.
So brave, so stunning.
Well, I mean, because the thing about we were talking about it earlier outside. No, you guys weren't here, but earlier, we were talking about people ask about like, oh, what do you think about the new Little Mermaid? It's like, well, so wait, what do you mean? What do I think? Like, what are you? You're kind of like the guest at race game shows. Like, are you trying to make me say something racist here? Are you trying? Are you trying to say like, oh, like?
I heard Lion King was garbage.
I liked it.
I heard it was garbage.
It's pretty much
Beyonce's so garbage.
Beyonce doesn't do a good job. The thing about Beyonce is
And
Beyonce.
Childish Gambino's so overrated.
He's not. No, he did a good job.
He's good at comedic shit. He's not that good of a singer.
No, he's not that good of a singer. He did a good job as Simba.
He's an okay rapper.
He did a good job as Simba. He's a good actor.
He's good at he's good at doing happy shit.
Yeah, but the movie is pretty much a shot-for-shot remake of the cartoon. They didn't stray too far. The one thing that I do like is they extended the the Lion Sleeps Tonight, that scene with Pumbaa and Timon. They extended the whole scene, so it's the whole song. It's just them, which was awesome. Seth Rogen was Pumbaa, which was cool. He did a good job as Pumbaa. What I like too,
I hate that they're doing all these remakes, these live action.
Yeah, I mean that's where the money is right now. Because they're getting off the nostalgia.
Yeah, it's whack.
They should just make a quality fucking movie.
Yeah.
Instead of these cash grabs.
No,
Obvious cash grabs.
Some of them are good though. Like the Beauty and the Beast one was like amazing. This one was really good.
It was okay.
I actually I didn't hear a thing about it, which is not good in my opinion. So.
It's the same shit, but I mean, it's cool to look at. They're cool to look at.
Yeah.
Like that one was cool to look at because they had like the buildings look cool.
Yeah.
And like the outfits were cool, but that was about it. Honestly, that was the only thing that kept me like watching it, was like everything looked cool, like the buildings.
Yeah. Well, it's a shot-for-shot remake of the originals. Beauty and the Beast and Lion King was the same thing, shot for shot. Like they added some stuff in
had
there.
a dope suit.
Gaston?
Beast.
Beast. Oh, yeah, Beast had a dope ass suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
His house was amazing.
Yeah.
I was sitting for the architecture.
The architecture.
Wow, how'd they build that?
Yeah.
That's CGI?
Or just the way it looked was cool. But other than that, I mean, storyline was basic. Or same shit. I mean,
They changed
I've seen it already.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what's her name is like? She's an okay actress. I didn't know she actually sang though.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that either.
I did not. I was like, no way, this bitch sing like this.
Emma Watson.
Yeah.
You tell me she could sing this
Tell
whole
me
time?
she's crazy talented. This is crazy talented.
This whole time?
Yeah.
All I known her as was Hermione.
Yeah. A shitty accent.
I wish the hyenas would have been in the movie more. On The Lion King.
You know how I hate how British people are like, oh, we speak English proper, and then but when they sing like American.
Yeah,
like you sing in the you pronounce the way Americans talk.
Yeah,
you know?
the accent goes away.
So what's the real?
So who's doing it proper? don't understand.
Yeah,
Because Led Zeppelin don't sound very British when they're singing.
Well, they're saying, yeah.
yeah, that's very true.
Yet Green Day sounds British.
Even Beatles.
No, Green Day doesn't even sound British.
Green Day, yeah, they try, but like, yeah, only punk, like, that was the only music that was like they do British. They actually
Yeah, they
have
do
their
have
accent.
British accents. Yeah, Beyonce,
Pink
the
Floyd,
thing.
a little bit, you would hear it in there. But Beatles, not even Beatles.
Yeah, no, they don't have their accents don't come out when they're singing.
That's fine.
I'll never look at a master ball the same way again. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something more about the Lion King. Oh, they had a what's his name? They had oh god, what's his name? Oh god, he's got a
guys said
fucking
that
show. He's
Dumbo
got the
was
fucking
good.
afro.
You guys said
comedy.
Dumbo. You said you liked Dumbo.
I didn't see Dumbo.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
Just
haven't. I haven't
kidding.
seen Dumbo. Oh god, he's a comedian. He's got the fucking afro, and he shoots.
Reggie Watts?
Oh god, it's his own show.
Reggie Watts?
Andre. Oh god,
Eric
what's his name?
Andre?
Eric Andre. Him, and fucking
Yeah, I know.
Keegan-Michael Key are the hyenas.
Yeah, they have a lot of people in the movie. That
They're
doesn't make
fucking
it a good-
funny,
That
the
doesn't
hyenas.
make it any better.
But no,
They had a lot of people in the first Lion King also that were great.
Yeah, I know. No,
So
I'm
it's
just
like-
saying, I like it. I like it.
I want to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I want to see that so fucking bad. That looks fucking good.
Tuesday.
I'm down. I'm down. Let me see what else we got.
Gaston.
Oh, I was going to show you guys this. The concept art for the Spider-Man ride at Disney, California. Supposedly, with the way they describe the ride, it's going to be like it's a roller coaster. Or not a roller, it's like a booth ride. But supposedly it's like web swinging. So it's like it's going to be like falling and swinging and falling and
So it's a
swinging.
Spider-Man ride?
It's a Spider-Man ride.
Web swing.
Where the hell is there we go. So this is what you're going to be riding in. Is this little.
My ass.
That's the concept of the.
What is it? A VR thing?
No, it's not going to be a VR. It's going to be like a full-on ride, like a full actual. But it's.
It's supposed to feel like your web swing.
Yeah.
Swing.
And then they're going to have a kind of what they do in Star Wars Land right now, where they build your own lightsabers. You can build your own web shooters. So
Will they shoot webs?
They will shoot webs.
Will it shoot? Is it going to be silly string,
Well,
or is it going to be webs?
They're going to have the option for silly string, darts,
Water.
yeah, water, and something else. I forget what the third thing was.
Whipped cream? Can I shoot whipped cream?
That would be awesome. Oh, is that pumpkin pie you got there?
It's a nice Sunday you have there. It would be nice, real better if you had.
Thanks,
I'm
Spider-Man.
lactose intolerant Spider-Man.
Well, then you deserve to die.
It's not dairy.
It's not dairy.
It's like that scene in Shazam. Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
The left one is non-dairy, and the right one is dairy.
There, yeah. Oh man. But yeah, I think that
It's vegan.
the one I saw too is it's one of the concepts for the webs. It shoots a string with a little it's got like a dart with a magnet at the end of it, and like you can actually you can set it to where the dart the string doesn't come out all the way, or you can set it where it actually flies out, and you can catch it. So that's kind of cool. It's not gonna hold your weight because it's just a tiny little magnet, but
Aw.
Then why even bother?
imagine
Around Disneyland?
and then that's just the Spider-Man section that I was talking about. But there's gonna be a whole
Is there gonna be a Thor section?
There's gonna be.
Will I be able to make my own Mjolnir?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir?
That would be cool. But what would you really customize?
Is there an Iron Man section? Can I make my own fucking suit?
Well, they're gonna have the blasters. The
No,
gloves.
a whole suit.
No whole suit. But they're talking.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Obviously, a shield for Captain America. Will I get wings if Falcon gets a fucking whole section somehow?
So they're gonna have Falcon and.
Can I get a prosthetic arm if I go to Winter Soldiers?
Soldier is the gay movie.
The gay
And
movie.
Love and Thunder is gonna be the lesbian movie.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
No, well, it's gonna be a gay TV show because you can only do gay stuff on TV shows.
Yes. Well, apparently, Marvel's Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Brokeback Mountain.
Look how well that movie was received.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently, the Falcon and Winter Soldier will reportedly revolve around the government not wanting Sam Wilson to be Captain America. He's too black and too gay. God damn! Blacks and gays trying to be Captain America.
They're gonna do that stupid.
Wait, who's mad about it?
The government does not want Sam
They're gonna
Wilson
do
to be
the
Captain
Old
America.
Town Road as the theme song for that.
Like
show.
our government, or like that's like the plot of the show?
That's a part of the show. Is
Oh,
the U.S. government
The
doesn't want.
Old Town Road's gonna be the theme song for that fucking show. 100%. I just picture it like a Luke Cage with more white people. Just kidding. So like Luke Cage.
Luke Cage with more white people.
Shang-Chi sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been reading up on it a little bit.
It's supposed to be like some sick ass martial artist.
Yeah.
Can rival anybody.
He's like Luke Cage.
I saw one that.
Suppose like before he was just like a normal guy. He's just a normal guy who's just really good at martial arts, and he just fucks people up, like even like Iron Man and all that with just martial arts.
Uh-huh.
And then now he has powers where he can multiply himself. So he's basically an army in one, just by himself.
I saw this thing where it has congratulations. What's the guy's name? Simu.
CeeLo Green.
Yeah, CeeLo Green. It's like
Shamu?
Yeah, it's Simu. Let me look it up.
S'il vous plaît.
Simu Liu.
Oh, you're talking about the actor.
The actor, yeah. But it's like congratulations to him for being the first Asian superhero in the MCU. And underneath that, it's Wang. Am I a joke to you?
Who?
Wang from Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but he's not a superhero.
He's not. I mean, he is, but he's not a main character.
I thought they were just gonna say first Japanese superhero.
Yeah, Marvel
Or
fans
first
might.
What did they say first Japanese
Asian.
or Asian?
Yeah.
The first Asian hero ever. I was like, what? They're just gonna do that, like how Black Panther just claimed that it was the first. Black
Yeah, the first
superhero.
black
Yeah.
superhero.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? There's been all sorts of black superheroes. Get out of here with this bullshit.
Marvel fans
the
might have
best
to say
movie.
goodbye to James Gunn again. So
They found another tweet.
he's tweeting again. God damn it! No,
They found one from 15 years
He's like,
ago.
Epstein is right. Free Epstein. That's what he put.
well, DC has signed him to do a multi-picture contract.
Yeah. And then we talk about.
No, we have. So he's gonna do Suicide Squad for them. Then he's coming to do
getting
Guardians.
a promotion, basically, but in the other.
Yeah. So then he's going back to do another movie for them. And it looks like what DC wants to do is just put all their eggs in the fucking James Gunn basket. They're just like, you're gonna rebuild our
They
brand
should
for
just
us.
be brutal. Like, they should just be adult.
Just go full on rated R movies. And
You don't have to
Speaking
do
of
completely rated R, but I mean, just be more edgy because Disney can't do it.
yeah,
That's one thing that Disney wouldn't be able to keep up with them
yeah,
as far as like being.
yeah. It's edge.
Did you see that trailer for The Boys?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit's good.
You saw the show?
Yeah, I saw the whole show. It's really good.
It looked like I don't know because they all look like Walmart or Piñata versions of.
That's exactly what they are. It's like if those heroes were just like extremely vain and cared more about like the publicity and the fame
Yeah,
versus actually saving people.
They're not true heroes. They're
Yeah,
just,
like everything they do has to like be
like, help and
has to help them out in a certain way.
Yeah, they have to
for
benefit
them
from
to be able to do it.
That's funny. And so the whole thing is they just come in and
Yeah, that shit starts off that some dude who's like the Flash. He literally like runs into this dude's girlfriend and makes her just fucking disintegrate into like blood.
Oh,
and
fuck.
like you see her like spine and all this shit fucking flying around, like it's gross.
God damn.
footed.
And he was just doing
And that
it.
fool just turns around and was like, I gotta go. And he just kept going. Like, he just, nothing happened to him. Like, he just murdered somebody. And,
that's fucking funny. Sorry, guys. But, you know, because you figure shit like that would happen.
yeah.
Like, okay, like, especially because
Well, Marvels are just all sorts of people were dying.
Yeah.
But they don't even really address it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like this whole city just fucking crumbled to pieces.
Well, didn't DC have that? Remember they had a show.
Well, that's why the Civil War took place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And DC had a show for I don't know if it ever actually came out, but they were talking about it where it was gonna be like they're the insurance agency that like, oh, fucking Superman and Batman just beat the shit out of fucking Dark Side in my front yard, and now my house is gone. And so these are the guys who like their house supposed to do the insurance claims and fucking fix everything. I forget the name of that show. Let me see. Hold on. See if I can find it. It might be on there. Wait, did their network ever go live? DC's fucking streaming network?
No, they sold it.
Wait, what?
Remember DC was gonna have a streaming network
No.
where it was gonna have all the DC properties, and it was gonna have the Teen Titans.
That'd be a pretty weak streaming service, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, having the entire DC movie hit library is not bad.
Still not a lot.
It's not a lot, but then they were gonna have
It's not even close to like anything on Netflix or
It's not a lot.
like Disney Plus. That's insane. That's a huge.
I cannot fucking wait.
It's a
for
huge
Disney
repertoire.
Plus. Powerless. That's the name of the show. Is it actually on? They work for Wayne Security in Charm City. Apparently it is. Oh wait, no, never mind. So first episode February 2nd, 2017. Final episode May 26th, 2017. So it didn't even make it a full year. But yeah,
Yeah, so we got a season.
you gotta
And
see.
then it got canceled.
Yeah. James Gunn confirms that Love and Thunder comes before Guardians 3.
Of course.
So yeah, because he has to finish Suicide Squad before he
Even thinks about Guardians.
yeah. And then
Look at this video. What?
take a. Hey guys, really quick, just want to take a quick break to talk about Anchor. This is the app we're using to create this podcast right now. If you've ever thought about starting your own podcast, Anchor FM is awesome. When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had millions of questions. We had no idea how to do it. How to record an episode? It was a struggle. How do you find background music? We still don't have background music, but Anchor FM lets us do that. We just don't use it. How do I get my show posted? How do I get it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Music, all the other places people listen? Where do I find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcasts. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. My favorite thing is that everything is done in the app. You record, you edit, you post, everything's just right there. You know, when I'm not around, G-Roll's able to do it. And you know, how easy is it?
It's easy.
There you go. So anchor.fm/start. Get your own podcast. If you're not doing it, you're wrong.
And we're back! Pa pa pa! Make sure you bite tight. All over your mouth.
Oh,
You know you can get that out. Buy some Tide.
Oh, God. What were you saying?
I don't know.
Something about Joe Rogan and then...
No, I don't know. You're saying
Joe Rogan reached a new low on his podcast.
On commentary.
Commentary.
Let me pull up the story again.
That's stupid. Clickbait.
What do you say? That they could even like try to make
I
it
don't know.
seem like.
I think what it is that I don't know. What I saw something about was that he was being biased. They always say
So
that.
what?
He was
Dude,
being biased.
It's not like he refs the match.
It doesn't matter. He's telling a storyline. Like,
Well,
if they
they're saying that he wasn't. The whole thing was he picked, like, he would start talking about something, and regardless of what was happening in the cage, he was just talking about whatever he was. Like, so you gotta be a balanced striker, no matter what happens. Like, people are getting knocked out, and he's still going on his fucking rant.
Well, he's not a play-by-play.
Yeah, he's not a play-by-play guy. He's colored. Yeah. Yeah. It just, I guess he was just, they're saying he sounds burnt out, and he just, like, he doesn't care. Which he might at this point, because he's been doing it for so long, and, like, I remember him saying he was going to be done with it. Like, a couple years ago, he was like, I'm not renewing my contract anymore. And then he renewed his contract.
Yeah.
So he might not just care anymore.
Yeah, eventually he's probably not going to do it.
But, yeah. Have you guys heard this rant about single or childless people should be banned from Disneyland?
Childless?
Childless people should be banned from Disneyland.
That's stupid.
So here, let me see if I can find it. Let me post.
How stupid.
So what? They're saying like you got to make it like Chuck E. Cheese.
Right?
Chuck E. Cheese, don't you have to have?
I think you have to be with the kid, or you have to be part of a
like
party.
part of a
Because
party
there's
with
no
the kid.
reason for you to
To be
there.
a Chuck E. Cheese, yeah.
So
This
this was a rant someone
horrible place to be.
someone posted this on Facebook. It says it pisses me off to no end when I see childless couples childless couples without at Disney World. She wrote, blah, blah, blah. People without children should be banned. Mothers with children should be allowed to skip all the lines.
And then she's going to be like, and Muslims should not be allowed also.
Yeah, this cunt in some very slutty short was buying a Mickey pretzel, and Aiden wanted one, but the line was very long. So I said later, and it broke his poor little heart, and he cried. I wanted to take that fucking pretzel from that tramp and be like, thanks, bitch, you made my son cry.
So I don't know why.
No, you made your son cry
can't.
because you don't want to wait for a fucking pretzel.
Disney World is a family amusement park, yet these immature millennials throw away their money on useless crap.
It's always millennials. It's always millennials.
I feel like, yeah, millennials gets thrown
How
around.
old is this lady? She better be fucking 60.
I know, right?
Or something, like,
So she was like, she's just mad that that's a broken up version of it.
That's a stupid story.
She's just mad that she fucking. That,
what's millennial? 85 plus or what?
no, it's 81 or 80 to. Let me see. I forget what it was now.
It's yeah. I think if you're 30,
81 to 96 are
Yeah,
considered
so if
millennials.
you're 38, like you're a millennial.
You're a millennial, yeah.
So,
But there's also like they also
better be
consider
40
it like
plus saying that shit.
there's another term for like
it's
there's like in between.
It's stupid too because you're complaining about millennial bullshit but like we're living in the world of result from you guys.
Yeah.
And then our kids, the millennials' kids, are going to be living in the world as a result from us. You know. So if you're complaining about life now, you're really complaining about how you guys
Fuck us up.
Yeah.
That's what- yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So the baby boomers are 46 to 64. Generation X is 65 to 79. 80s to the late 90s are millennials or Generation Y. And then Gen Z or Centennials are late 90s to 2010s.
You said the mid 90s?
Gen Z?
To late 90s.
Did you say Gen Z?
Gen Z or Centennials.
See, that's what they should really be complaining about is Gen Zs.
Gen Z. Yeah, that's really, yeah. See, the thing about it, yeah, like millennials aren't really, like millennial gets thrown around as like if you're, like I feel like people use millennial like they use snowflake. Like,
Yeah.
it's just these people that
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
they try to turn into a slur.
Or it's old people who don't know what they're talking about using
Yeah.
the words wrong. Like that.
And it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a generation behind.
Yeah, they don't know they literally don't know the
Yeah.
the terminology. We don't even know the
Yeah, we don't
terminology.
even.
Yeah, we
We're
just
not
don't
even
give a
clear.
fuck.
Yeah, because we're not fucking bitching about stupid shit.
yeah, and it's like okay, yeah, like you were saying, it's like about it's weird. Who raised these people? It's like you did.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
raised the
your
next generation. Your generation raised this generation. And the thing about it is, it's not everybody. But
Yeah, you can generalize, but you also can't generalize. You know what I mean? You can make general statements.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah,
You can't.
yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
But
Exactly.
You can't like generalize the individual people.
You can't
that
put blame.
Yeah, like I saw this thing about like I
It's
literally
got to
just-
be like true general statements. Though.
yeah. I literally just saw this post. It was like, remember when we thought ignorance was
There's true general statements.
I know. I just thought it's
I saw a post.
But there's
earlier.
always exceptions to those statements. You know?
Yeah.
There's always outstanding examples.
But I saw a post earlier that was like,
you guys gonna be like black people like fried chicken. It's just true.
But everybody likes.
But
fried
everybody
chicken.
likes fried chicken,
Yeah.
so it's just like
literally everybody like. If you like meat, you like fried chicken because it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. But there was a post I saw earlier. It was like, remember when we thought ignorance came from lack of ability to obtain information? It was like, yeah, well, it's not that. Because if you think about it, like, there's so many people that are out there acting ignorant, acting crazy.
Or people like.
But like, we have the most access to information ever now.
Or like when people like brag about ignorance, like.
Yeah.
Like, where they're like, for example, like. Someone's like, or you hear a story and a thing about Cardi B, and they're like, I don't even know who Cardi B is. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, good for you.
Yeah.
I applaud you for not knowing something.
Yeah, good job. You've been living under a rock for fucking
like
3 years now.
What are you trying to imply?
That's the
That
thing,
you're
is like,
cool because you don't
you
know
don't
who
know-
Cardi
yeah.
B is? Is that you want me to applaud you for not knowing something? Like, all right.
The thing too is, it's like,
Yeah, whatever. Be like, oh, I don't even know who that is. And be
It's
like, who's
yeah,
that?
I might never. I might not listen to her music, or like,
Inform-
yeah, but even then, it's like you've
know,
heard,
you're aware
you're
of her.
aware of her, yeah. Because if you're not aware of her, it's like, okay, then that means you're just hiding in a hole. Because like it's everywhere. No matter where you go, there's like
There's
some.
people who could be like, oh, Juice WRLD. I don't know who Juice WRLD is.
And I was like, what the? It's like, wait a minute,
Because he's like not that famous.
you're gonna make
Yeah.
me say I don't know who Juice WRLD is.
But like that's understandable because he's not that famous. Only if you're like if you're really into like I guess hip-hop.
That scene. Yeah.
All right, this has nothing to do with anything we're talking about.
Yeah, like
but-
Cardi B's like the next Nicki, like she's Nicki Minaj at this point. Like she's more popular, right?
I don't know what to say.
It's a bathroom with a like a opaque window
Okay.
facing the street.
Oh, the street. All right.
So when you're taking a
That's
shit,
pretty gangster though, right? You got to be cocky as hell,
let's take a shit, just everyone can see you.
and then you could just be beating off.
Have you seen there's I forget where it's at right now, but there's a restroom that it's all two-sided glass or one-sided glass. So if you're walking up to it, it's just a mirrored box with a door. But when you're inside, there's a toilet and a sink, and it's like you could just see everyone around you.
So they can't see you.
They can't see you because it's mirrored on the outside.
Uh-huh.
But you're taking a shit, and it's just like you're just seeing people.
Oh, it's a double-sided mirror.
Yeah. And so, but it's like in the middle of a sidewalk in a busy intersection. So it's like you're taking a shit. There's just people walking around you, and
Yeah, they got porn like that too.
really,
Yeah, they're like going. They take like some girl in a truck, and then they just like fuck her in like this truck, and you just see like outside.
it's like super tinted glass, and they're
Yeah, and well, I think it's the same thing. It's mirrored glass, and then you see like people trying to look inside.
just, oh,
Can't
fuck.
you see inside though when it's like backlit?
If it's backlit, you can see inside, or like if you put your face right up on it, you can see through the.
But because would their light? I don't know. Would light be able to penetrate through?
No, because it reflects off. Because it's the mirror.
Only if there was light coming from the
if
inside.
there's light
out.
coming from the inside out, then then that's when it's just like with the windows here. Like
Yeah,
it's the same concept, but it's harder for light to penetrate because of the reflective surface.
I see.
Yes. Oh, the new
more you
ship
know.
in Guardians is going to be called the Bowie.
The new ship,
Yeah.
the Bowie.
So it was the Milano, the Benatar, and now the Bowie.
Okay.
Cool.
And David Bowie's estate approves of them using the name.
Were we supposed to be like super hyped about that?
No,
Oh my
I was
God,
just-
David Bowie. Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, it makes sense.
Are they gonna make it like? Are they gonna make it up into the 90s? Be like, oh, the Cobain.
The Cobain.
No, when did he leave Earth?
He left Earth in the 80s.
Yeah, so he's now Cobain. It will be like
Right, but so eventually, like, they could run out of 80s names,
Yeah,
like
that's
big
true.
80s names.
they can't run out. There's
You can run out of big 80s names, yes, you can.
You
Can
can't
do the
run out of
Prince.
big 80s names.
The Lopper. The Jackson.
Who else was Elton John in the 80s or was he 70s?
I'm down with 80. Oh, I mean,
70s,
It's all the
80s.
same.
Yeah.
He was still huge.
yeah.
He's still.
The John.
The John.
The John.
It'll just be the Elton.
The LT, yeah.
No, it's last names though,
Yes,
so it's the
also-
John.
Yeah. I think the John's the best one. That's going to be the name of this episode. The John. Avengers is finally the highest grossing movie of all time.
Who cares?
But it did get a re-release, and that's the one thing people are like, oh, I got a re-release. Well, it's like, if you think about
Does
no,
Avatar get a re-release?
No, Avatar, I thought Avatar got a re-release. It didn't get a re-release. It was literally in theaters for like a year. So
Same idea.
So it was pretty much the same thing. It didn't get the re-release, but like it was literally in theaters for an entire year before it got taken out. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember it being in the theaters for like a ridiculously long time.
Yeah, it was in there forever.
I'd be like, why is that still showing?
Avatar doing it though is more impressive because that's like a completely new,
A new franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, like number one.
like out of nowhere. Where like it was Avatar. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was an okay
it'd be
movie.
kind
It
of
was an
embarrassing if Disney
an
could
average
pull it
movie.
off. Can pull off the number one.
average- Yeah, because all that build up 10 years
Yeah.
ago. What is it, 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years of build up.
So
Yeah,
you guys
it
want-
was definitely more expected of them to do it. Where
Avatar is just.
Avatar kind of came out of nowhere and just crushed.
Yeah,
everything.
true.
So you can give James Cameron that.
Do you guys want spoilers for the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood ending? Because apparently it's confusing. There's an article here that explains it.
No, I don't want to hear it.
I heard it was like a lot of exposition though.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I want to see it though. I want to see it.
It's not like
Exposition.
Rick and Morty season 5 is coming sooner than we think.
yeah, because
What
in
they said
November.
November.
Oh, 5. Okay. I thought you said,
Oh.
I was about to say it's gonna come in November.
No, that's season 4. So, but it looks like they're working straight through to get season 5 out faster.
Yeah, well, because they.
Yeah, they got to start being like.
Well, they
once
signed
a
them
year.
to a huge deal, right? Like
Yeah.
Like for how many? Like
Yeah.
200 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, they probably got a bigger studio. They're probably gonna do it every year now.
And then, well, with the success of what's it called? Grover Saves the Universe. They're talking about using that.
I wish there was like a non-VR version because I feel like
Seriously, yeah, I need to play that game.
I feel like VR is pretty unnecessary for that.
Yeah.
It's completely unnecessary for that. Completely unnecessary.
And it looks hilarious, but I don't want to buy a VR just to. I don't want to spend $300 for a VR just to buy that. play that
Man,
game.
this fucking kid, the 16-year-old kid that won $3 million
For playing
for
Fortnite.
playing Fortnite.
Oh, it was 16.
16. So
That's weird. Usually
That's
tournaments they don't.
Allow.
Oh, well, I guess because it's Fortnite, because it's rated teen. Never mind. 'Cause I was thinking Call of Duty, like they don't let you play unless
this
you're
fucking
18
kid
old or 17.
just
That's it.
plays Fortnite non-stop. And his parents and everybody was like, dude, you
Come
gotta,
on.
you gotta
Get off the fucking
You
game.
have to get off the
it's
game.
ridiculous.
The fuck, all you do is sit there and fucking play
So,
Fortnite.
look
You're
look
not
at him now, bitches.
Yeah, you're not gonna
gonna-
you're not gonna make any money
Or
playing
you're,
fucking Fortnite.
you're just completely wasting your time. There's gonna be a new game that comes out and then Fortnite's gonna completely
Die.
be forgotten. and
Nah, Fortnite-
you just
Fortnite's gonna
wasted
stay
all your
for a
life.
while.
Yeah.
You just wasted all your life, and
Like,
you
goddamn
delivered
Fortnite.
nothing. And fuck you.
Yeah, with Fortnite
3 years
though,
or whatever. How long has it been around? 3 years?
it's
4 years?
it's the third year I think.
So 3 years later, fucking $1 million or $3 million, bitches.
Yeah.
Jesus, bro.
There might be
And then
another
it's like-
season movie.
I don't know. It's like, how do you justify? could tell kids like, nah, can't play video games.
Actually, no, I think it's the second year.
It's a waste of time. 3 now. Going on 3 at least.
Maybe.
It's probably going on 3.
Yeah. I think it'll be the third year in like September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like how much are these tournaments? Like you have to win a tournament to make money. You have to steady win tournaments and shit.
Yeah.
And
then that's how you get your Twitch stream more famous because you're just putting it, your name's getting.
That's the thing by streaming though. Just by streaming, people are making.
Yeah, streaming.
Like this kid's gonna
millions
hit his streaming thing is gonna get a sick bump from.
Yeah, because he's considered the best player in the world right now.
Yep.
So.
And he got the $3 million on top of that.
And then the thing about that too is like what happens with that is now this is gonna have merch.
And then I wonder how many people actually watch this thing.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Fortnite forced you to watch it. If you were playing Fortnite while it was going on, they forced you to watch it.
Yeah, so those numbers are gonna be a fucking.
Yeah.
They're gonna be so anybody who decided to log in and play Fortnite is also gonna be part of the rating saying that they watched it.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't fucking go to watch it.
And then so this kid, his Twitch stream is gonna go up. He's gonna get merch. He's gonna have he's gonna get just advertising revenues. He just fucking. It might be his 15 minutes of fame, but he'll be able to.
He's gonna make a lot of money.
He'll make a lot of money. That $3 million is just the beginning. That's just fucking his winnings.
That's probably at least half of what he's gonna make.
Yeah, at least. Because like I said, there's gonna be merch, and then like there's probably gonna be something in game for him, like they did with fucking some of these other characters.
No, they probably won't do that.
You don't think they'll do any in-game stuff? But didn't they do in-game stuff for some of those Twitch streamers? Like they have in-game stuff.
I mean, they look like people like it's like their gimmick. Like they like this guy is like his stream overlay has like a pirate thing or whatever. So when people see a pirate character, they're like, oh my god, that's this guy. But like they've never done I guess they have done a ninja by now.
Yeah, I think they have
that's
a
ninja character. But because they see a ninja character, like ninja, that's ninja. Like, but it's not like a character that looks like ninja.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Well, I know what's it called? Did that?
But I wonder if they would be like, give him a tag or something on his name, on his account that's saying that he's the champ. So when you see him, he's got a C in parentheses next to his name or whatever, for the champ or whatever or something.
Yeah, Towerfall. They have one of the this guy. I guess he won a tournament, and he was always playing as the pink character. So like if you hold L1 and select the pink character, you get that guy's face on your character, or it's his hair or whatever. It's hard to tell because 8-bit or 16-bit.
Yeah.
So, but still. The John Wick TV series, The Continental. The time frame is going to take place.
A TV series?
Not interested in that. It's not going to have John Wick.
It's not going to have John Wick. Well, they won't specify if he's going to be in it or not, but it takes place way. So more than likely, if it does have him in it, it's like Gotham.
So it's going to be like
it's going to be about.
It's going to be a young Keanu.
No, it's going to be about the dude who runs the fucking hotel.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to be running the hotel.
He's going to be killing people.
He's just going to be like the black guy.
He's going to be
whatever he is, like the butler or whatever. What does he do? He's like he's the concierge.
Yeah.
Like he's probably going to be that person. He's going to be working his way up in the fucking hotel, and then he's finally going to be the dude. Yeah, and then he meets John Wick along the way.
But see, John Wick has nothing to do with what the hotel came to be. John Wick came when he started dealing with the Continental. It was already the Continental. It was already a place where these assassins.
It's just called the Continental.
The show is just called Continental. Yeah.
Right. All I'm saying is he'll probably be like John Wick will probably show up through like cameos or whatever.
Who's that Arab guy?
Which one?
The one that just gets to decide everything, basically.
They'll probably get into that in the next movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the third one yet, so. It sucks.
Piece of dog.
I know.
We told you to watch it.
I know.
I don't know why you don't watch
to.
it.
I want to see it so bad.
It's already out.
I just haven't. I was like, is it?
It's probably out of theaters by now.
Hellboy's already out, and that came out after.
Yeah, Hellboy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but Hellboy didn't do well in the theaters.
Yeah,
John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick was
Clearly.
But was I wrong about Hellboy?
It was good. It was better than I liked it better than the other ones.
It was way more brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it because it was more mature.
You know, it reminded me of Jericho, that game. Like the demons, remember?
Which ones?
When the demons came out when they're walking on the streets and they came out of the sewers? They're like stepping on people and slicing them in half and
no,
shit.
it reminded me of yeah, that was cool, but it reminded me of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah, it did. That's true too.
That happened in that too.
There was. I liked it a lot though.
I like how he was like King Arthur.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was a
or
cool
he
twist.
Was King Arthur's
Son,
or great.
because great grandson, or yeah, because King. Well, no, it was King Arthur's daughter. Fucked the demon.
I don't know. I don't remember. It was something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Somewhere along the bloodline.
He was the
of King
descendant of King Arthur.
Yes.
But he was his nephew. Something like that. I think he was...
Your brother's cousin's ex-girlfriend's roommate. What else? I don't think I got anything else. You got anything else?
Fire Emblem came out on Friday.
Yes,
You were
please.
just playing.
My nutsack is empty.
Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please, Thomas the Tank Engine. What's the airplane
The
one?
RoboCop
too?
face. Oh, they're making a new RoboCop.
What's the, oh, yeah.
A new a reboot.
It's a reboot, but it's going to go back to the original suit, not the black suit with the
new
hand.
one.
I didn't see the new one.
The new one's not terrible. But
What's
it's
that
just-
other, like Thomas, or like the airplane that has the human face on it?
And
It's a newer one, huh?
yeah.
No, it's not bad.
No, but it's I don't know what it's called right now.
Those are weird fucking things.
Those are really
They
weird.
have a human face on a...
On an inanimate object, and it's just like fucking alive.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, they should definitely do it more like Cars or something.
Yeah.
Woman arrested for pouring alcohol in the mouth of a Taco Bell employee from her car.
She got arrested for that?
Yeah.
Hey, for doing what?
Forcibly did it?
Apparently woman arrested for pouring alcohol in the mouth of
It
a
doesn't
Taco
seem
employee.
like somebody would...
So like that means the
It
employee
doesn't sound like she didn't fight that hard.
yeah,
Probably the Taco Bell employee was underage.
Get bored.
maybe. But I feel like
But forcibly?
if you make your slogan "Live Mas" and then you arrest you arrest people for doing just that.
For living mas. Do you really live mas?
Well, what did you pour in it?
She poured alcohol into
But
them.
what kind of alcohol?
It doesn't say. It just said pour
Does
alcohol.
it matter?
Yeah, if it was tequila, it would be
It
perfect.
doesn't matter, all right? But see, the thing about it is that you can't. Okay, like if she's at the drive-thru, because she did it from her car. So,
So
she's
you have to
in the
stand
drive-thru.
up out of your... Or
That
get
means
out
that-
of your car.
No, because it
grab
says
somebody
Or
by-
she would have to like yank them in, have their head in the
and then-
window, and then pour the fucking alcohol, and then be like, "Bye," and then just
Yeah.
push her back in.
Yeah.
Bye, bitch. Did she at least get her food?
I hope so. Well, more than like, I don't know. That's a good question.
Did she get to eat her food before she
She
was
got
arrested?
her food, and then she was like, "Yo, could I get some more sauce?" And then when she had the sauce, she grabbed her by the wrist,
Uh-huh.
arm drag into the car.
Arm drag into the car. Jesus.
Yeah, that makes sense on how you would be able to forcibly.
That's
pour
the only way
alcohol.
I could think that you forcibly did it.
It was
Yeah, that's-
it was some woman on woman crime.
It happened in Oregon.
It was some woman on woman action.
23-year-old Elenia Aguilar. Aguilar.
She married an
She
Aguilar.
married an
She
Aguilar.
was like, "Nah, I'm
She
not gonna
did-
change my name. I want a hyphen."
She needed to make sure
That's
make sure
That's
people
her.
didn't think that she married in the family.
She's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
23 years old.
She's not a bad looker.
Not bad looking at all.
that's the one who forcibly did it. Who forcibly?
Yes, forcibly made the. We talked. And
Who
said
was the
multiple-
4C though?
It was Hennessy. She hit him with the Hennessy.
No, who was
Right.
who was the one who was forced?
It was a male drug. Let's see
It
here.
was a guy.
It was a guy.
It was a guy that she poured it into.
Whoa.
So it says,
Kinda
we
bitch.
talked to the employee afterwards. He said most of it was spilled on him, and he didn't actually consume the Hennessy.
He has diabetes, so the Hennessy would have killed him. Is Hennessy sweet? It is, right?
I love this Hennessy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I understand this is comical, but it's at the expense of someone that made a mistake that will impact her life for a long time. Why are we shaming her? Because she fucking poured alcohol down the throat.
She
of the taco.
assaulted somebody.
She assaulted somebody. Bruh.
Oh shit! And it was right in front of a sheriff, but she did it.
Oh,
That's for sure why she got arrested.
That's why she got arrested. Yeah,
Because the guy probably wouldn't even like.
he would have. He would have probably laughed it off. Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that happened, but whatever.
Aguilar was released from Washington County Jail on Tuesday. I love that her last name is Aguilar-Aguilar. So you didn't finish your. So Fire Emblem.
Okay, so Fire Emblem's amazing. Game of the Year contender.
Nice.
Haven't finished it yet.
Which is Game of the Year contender?
Huh?
What's the Game of the Year contender?
Fire Emblem. It's like the character. Most of the characters are just like they're really interesting, and
Okay.
it just
Bro, you're trash, bro. Is them tears, bro?
I've seen this.
Come on, bro. You gotta
Crying
get you
for coming in.
together, boy. An interception. I wasn't even playing. I was wiping your tears off, bro. I was wiping your... Bro, where you going, bro? Where you going, bro?
a little
Bro,
bit
you're
more.
trash, bro. Bro, you're trash, bro. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
What's the matter?
Hey, trash, what it is? What it is?
That's funny.
That's hilarious. I thought the show was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that. That's life, bro.
So Game of the Year contender.
Yeah, characters are great. Combat is faithful to the Fire Emblem franchise, but has enough spin on it to be refreshing.
Refreshing.
From what I've seen, it looked entertaining. I look forward to checking it out.
I like the RPG aspects.
Also, now I got a question because I've never played any of the other Fire, other than the app game that came out a while back. I never played any of the Fire Emblem. Do I need to have knowledge of
No.
Fire Emblem
For this
universe?
game,
No.
No,
Okay.
you don't. All right. What do you need to know?
I was just wondering, like, do I need to know these
That's like-
characters? Do I need to
I
know?
mean, like the only stuff that you'd benefit from playing the other games is just knowing how support bonuses work and all that stuff. But like you learn that anyway.
All right.
You play on normal mode, you'll get the hang of it, and then you can probably play on hard mode.
Nice. I'm gonna check it out. I think, okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up on that note. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/therealpressstart.
Peter and Al podcast.
On Twitters at realpressstart.
Peter and Al podcast.
Like us, rate us, review us on everywhere you get your podcasts.
Peter and Al podcast.
And
Tide.
game over. No more questions.
Peter and Al.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Welcome to the Petering Out Podcast.
You know, I was so
Yeah.
I was all butthurt about
Get
the
your
last.
Stop interrupting the intro. Get your headphones in and with the Peter's app. It's time for the Peter and Al podcast.
Sponsored by Tide.
Yeah. Clean up them just stains. Is it time?
No more stains in your life with Tide.
Yeah, I was butthurt last week because you guys did that. You had the perfectly synchronized intro last week, and normally I put the TRPS, the audio intro, the music intro.
Barely do that.
No, I do it on every episode. I just forgot to do it on that one.
Oh.
It's just like, God damn it! It just starts off with you fuckers. Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
So it's Comic-Con weekend.
Uh-huh.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Weren't you supposed to go?
I was supposed to go.
Lovely little ladder.
No, we just didn't. We didn't go to SeaWorld. I was in San Diego,
San Diegans.
but I was in the whale's vagina.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up going to SeaWorld instead. But there's a lot of news coming out of San Diego Comic-Con right now.
Like what, sir?
So, most importantly...
How come they don't do another Hulk movie?
I don't know.
Is he going to be in Thor, or they're just not doing any Hulk movies ever?
Well, where's Hulk right now? He's back on Earth, right?
Hulk is back on Earth.
So,
And then he's like the only original Avenger that's basically alive.
Well,
oh, Thor's
alive.
And
Thor's with the Guardians
what's
right
Thor
now.
and Hulk?
Yeah.
And then what? How come they don't include a Guardians of the Galaxy movie in that Phase 4 thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Because the movie's not done. Because the movie's not even in development yet.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
thought they started filming it.
No. They're not gonna start filming until James Gunn is done doing Suicide Squad.
So this will be updated. This is just as it is
This
now.
is going to. This is up to 2021.
Yeah.
Next 2 years.
So we got... but the thing is, too, I don't know if you guys noticed when I sent you guys this, some of them are movies and some of them are for the Disney... Was it
Yeah,
Disney
that's
Infinity
what-
or whatever? No, that's...
The TV.
yeah. So if you see the ones that have the Disney...
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, thank you.
The ones that have the what?
It has a Disney logo. And it has it there.
So
there.
what is that? Falcon?
Yes.
and
So the TV
Winter
shows are
Soldier?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
They're gonna
WandaVision.
just fucking each other and saving the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they said they're gonna have Baron Zemo in there.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, they said Baron Zemo's gonna be returning with the iconic purple mask.
That's what I was gonna ask. I was like, I wonder, because that's the thing. I'm not okay. So, like, do you remember when the first X-Men movie came out? And like, this is like, okay, before comic book movies really hit where they're at now. And X-Men came out and they're all in the black leather with a little bit of yellow, just like a tiny little bit of yellow, so it's not all black.
Yeah.
And then like they show Wolverine, the actual iconic Wolverine costume that everyone knows and loves. And he goes,
Mostly yellow and a little bit of black.
yeah. And they're like, he's like, I'm not wearing that. Like, it's all like.
It's like spandex.
So they make the jokes about like they made jokes about comic book movies or comic book costumes in those original movies.
Yeah.
But now they're being more and more like they're bringing the real costumes out.
Because I think
They are, but they're
I
not.
think they're making more of an effort to make it look more.
They are, but
they're
they're not doing it just like a spandex.
No, they're not doing spandex, but they're doing it more like look at like Spider-Man.
No, but I think because back then when they did a superhero movie, they just made them wear spandex,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they're trying to figure out. Oh, well, we don't have to
Make it
necessarily
look
make it
more practical.
spandex.
Yeah.
We got to make it look like a
Practical.
battle armor
A practical,
type.
a practical
yeah.
version
thing.
of
Yeah,
of what
but it
they're
looks
wearing
closer to
already.
like in the X-Men movies. They all wore black leather. You never see the X-Men. First of all, the X-Men don't wear matching costumes. Well, they used to in the original incarnations. They had the blue and yellow, but they don't wear matching costumes anymore. And then like so, it's just one of those things where like. But now you're seeing. Oh, by the way, did you guys hear about the new Blade movie with the?
personality. I don't get it. I thought you just try to text at the same time.
No, because it was like Michael had sent that one, and then like we had a conversation.
He said that in the text.
That's
Yeah,
in the
he
picture.
sent a picture, and then we were talking about it, and then like
oh, maybe then that's where I saw it.
and you were like, "Hey, the Blade movie." That's why I was like,
Yeah, he's the best choice other than Wesley Snipes.
"Yeah, no, yeah, he's got the
He's a
look."
better actor than
I thought it was
Snipes.
Wesley Snipes when I first saw it. I was like,
He's a better actor
is
than
that
Wesley Snipes too. And
But-
then, like you said, him being a more of a villainous actor, because Blade is like an anti-hero.
Yeah, Blade is an anti-hero.
Because he's a vampire, and then he's like
Yeah,
really brutal to the vampire, so he's like
Yeah.
kind of a villain.
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
But I back to what we were talking about earlier with Baron Zemo.
Does
I like
Deadpool ever meet Blade?
probably.
It'd be hilarious if Ryan Reynolds meets Blades.
Well, you know
He
they're.
was in Blade 2 or Blade 3.
Oh yeah, he was in Trinity. That they have
So
to
they're
at
gonna
least.
start it from the beginning.
I'm assuming if it's not Wesley Snipes anymore.
Or are they gonna just start it like how number one was just kind of like in the middle of the story?
And then,
Are they gonna do like a whole origin thing, or
They probably will.
they probably will. They'll probably
because the first Blade was just kind of him, or it was after
No,
his
they actually
origin.
no,
They go into
they
how
go
he-
into his origin, but they don't.
but
Yeah,
like it was just kind of like this is Blade.
I feel like they could. I feel like the Blade movies are good enough that they could still be canon in the MCU now.
Think so?
I think so.
I feel like they are good, but they don't need it. Like, because it was kind of just, like,
Yeah,
first
I mean-
Blade was like, okay, here's Frost.
Yeah.
And he's trying to become like a super vampire.
He's trying to be a god vampire. No.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Blade stops him. And then that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
The second one
And then
was
the
the
ones
one.
that are all just, a random bad guy, protagonist, or
Yeah.
antagonist, and he just beats him.
Well, no, the second one, yeah. Well, the second one felt like that. It was like a random. It was just like it was pretty much the same thing as the first one, but it was just a different guy.
Well, even the third one, now they're just like, oh, it's Dracula now.
Well, no,
The ultimate bad guy vampire.
no, but remember they had those other ones that were eating the vampires, the ones that would like open their mouths all.
That one was cool. I like that one.
Yeah, that was the third one, wasn't it?
No, the third one was with Dracula,
Okay, then the second one was the one with those.
with those opening things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what I'm confusing it with. Then,
yeah, that one was cool too.
yeah.
I think that was the best one.
The third one, the second one.
The second one, yeah.
I like Trinity.
The second one just had more of a complicated storyline, like a more complex.
Yeah.
storyline. It was more two-sided, like.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with like you had the team, like you had him and then Ryan Reynolds and what's her name?
And then what's his name was
Jessica
was
Biel?
in it too.
Triple H.
No, in the second one.
In the second one,
Norman Reedus.
Norman
was?
Reedus.
Yeah,
Was
he
he?
was a fucking traitor.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A trader or traitor?
Traitor.
Traitor.
A
traitor.
The third one. Wait, I think I've talked about this on the show. It was like with Triple H when remember he was in the third one. And he's talking about like he had just married Stephanie, and he's talking about how, is it Jessica Biel or Jessica Biel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not Alba.
I don't remember
Biel.
the Blade movies.
Biel, okay.
Except for
So it's like Triple H is on Howard Stern and he's talking about being on Blade, and he's like, yeah, he goes, yeah, and Steph is on set, and you got Jessica Biel wearing that holster that just cups her ass. I'm trying not to stare at it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. What was I gonna say? But see, and I think I always go back to Blade Trinity, whereas that's when I thought, and I think a lot of people too. Like that's where like Ryan Reynolds should play Deadpool from that movie. He had the look, he had the fucking attitude already, and he was pretty much playing Deadpool. He was playing Wade.
I mean, he does that in Van Wilder too.
Yeah, but he didn't have swords. And, like he was
Yeah,
literally like he was playing
Van
fucking
Wilder
Wade
was
Wilson.
based on Bert Kreischer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Was
know
it?
that.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Did he write it or something, or
No, it was just
like
based on his life.
his stories?
Yeah, his story. He's Van Wilder.
I had a story.
They stole it, or I forgot how because they were gonna do a movie about him, and then I guess they cut it or it didn't get picked up after all, and then they redid it as Van
As
Wilder.
Van Wilder.
Something like I forgot the story that he says, but it was something like kind of shady.
See, he stole
Oh, he recently said that, right? He recently came out with
he
that.
stole Tara Reid
Probably
from
like
some
a
dude.
couple of years ago.
No, cause I heard a story about it was like some comedian that was talking about how like he went in to pitch a script and they were like, nah, this is stupid, and then like a year later they made his movie, but it was just like a slight tweak, like the main character was changed.
This
That
probably
it.
was Van Wilder.
What was I gonna tell you? Something had. So I had an article and I can't find it now, but so Marvel is going to be introducing Deadpool into the MCU.
Good.
He is going to be. It's going to be Ryan
So
Reynolds.
is X-Men, obviously.
No, but I'm saying, but with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is going to be.
Yeah, like
Well,
all the movies that we've seen from Deadpool
Are
are
gonna
probably.
Oh, okay,
Like,
that they're
yeah,
gonna-
like these are just going to be part of.
Yeah, they're part
yeah,
of the MCU.
Because Marvel already had their hand in those movies.
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah.
So they just haven't. They just didn't fuck with X-Men.
Yeah.
Or did they fuck
Yeah.
with Venom at all?
So would it be cool if they start?
don't-
Yeah,
I
if they
think
start
they did.
X-Men fresh over, it would be great.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they did have a hand in Venom. It was still Sony, but they had a hand in Venom as well.
Of these movies or these ones in Phase 4, which ones do you think are gonna be good?
Of the movies?
Of everything on that
Of everything?
Phase 4 that they showed,
I
So-
think the TV shows are going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
or which ones?
Let
me see. I don't know. About,
I'm looking forward to What If. I didn't know they were making that.
I asked you yesterday what it was.
And I was gonna get into it,
Think
And I
about
was like,
talking on the
let me just save it for the show. And like that's why I didn't even respond to it. Like, what if you? Because okay, there was 2 comic series I used to love. There was What If and What The.
Uh-huh.
And What If it's a serious it's like one of the ones I remember the most is What If Spider-Man killed Daredevil.
So it's just a bunch of what ifs.
It's just what if scenario. It's like your characters you know and love. Is like what if this happened? And it's a
So
story.
it's like Black Mirror.
Kind of, yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
or like a Twilight Zone of fucking Marvel.
Yeah, it really is.
characters.
And it's like there's some really cool ones. And like one of them was like what if the X-Men had like their powers had swapped, or what if like there's so many.
That's probably what I'm most excited for. Though.
That's that one's
So,
really cool because
that sounds-
it's all the like what
I
if
like the
this-
premise.
Yeah, and then what the
Of the shows, yeah.
was a set like Mad TV.
Of
So
all
it
the
was like-
movies that I'm excited for in this one is the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange one. That sounds pretty awesome.
Black Widow, that's who's gonna watch?
Yeah, Black Widow. I honestly, I'm probably. I'd say I'm not gonna watch it,
We're
but
gonna
I'll
go
probably
watch
watch
it.
it.
We're
Just
gonna go
to
watch
fucking
it,
watch
but-
it.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. And then WandaVision.
a cut on the top of my
Like,
tongue.
it's a TV show.
I know, but who requested that?
Yeah, Wanda. Yeah, it's like
Who
is
was
it-
like, oh, I need more of the
Wanda and
Vision
Vision.
and fucking
I need to know more
Red
about the
Scarlet
relationship.
Witch.
Wait, did they ever get? What happened? Did Vision come back? Vision didn't come back. Huh?
No.
No, Vision's dead. Was
Vision's
dead.
dead,
Yeah, he's dead.
So it's either a prequel or they
Yeah.
revive him somehow.
Yeah.
then what's
You know, I
Shang-Chi?
think that he does come back in the comics.
But they
Which one
might,
was
yeah,
Shang-Chi?
but they might like.
Shang-Chi?
I don't know that one. I
You don't know
gotta
what
look
that
that one up. I don't know that one.
The Legend of the Ten Rings?
Yeah, I don't know that
It
one.
looks like it's gonna.
It sounds familiar. Because I want to say I know. I can imagine a character that has the rings, but I can't. I don't like know enough of it.
And then Eternals?
The Eternals, I don't know either. I've heard of the Eternals. I don't know the Eternals.
Yeah, I only know was it the 3 like. They,
And
they,
Thor,
they,
Love
they,
and
named, they
Thunder.
named like eight of the people who are going to be the Eternals, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 of them are Angelina Jolie, Kumail Nanjiani,
Oh, nice.
Richard Madden. That's Rob Stark from.
Oh, okay. No, he is. And who else? Oh, those are 3. You said?
Some other people. Yeah, some other people that I don't recognize.
Okay.
But,
And what about Thor? Thor, Love and Thunder.
it's
Like-
a female Thor.
Is it a female?
Yeah, Natalie Portman's going to be a female Thor.
You're lying.
She's in the movie.
Is it really? Did they?
They said they literally said Natalie Portman will be in the movie holding Mjolnir,
So she's oh, okay. All right. That,
which means female Thor.
yeah. Well, I mean, they did that in the comic for a while. It was
She'll be Jane Foster. Or
it was
whatever.
Jane Foster because Jane Foster gets cancer, and then she becomes Thor for some reason.
Holding the hammer
Cures her cancer.
cures her cancer.
Yeah. It's the radiation from fucking Thor that gave her the cancer, so that only.
The radiation from fucking opening the door star.
The
leg.
door sign. So
Yeah.
they fucked her again later.
Yeah,
The
he
Loki
fucked her
one-
Love and
the-
Thunder. It's called Love and Thunder.
But you know what's funny? Out of all these logos, like, why does Hawkeye's look like it's going to be a kid's show? They just
Yeah,
look-
it does look. It looks so basic. Well, probably because it has to do with a lot of kids. Because it's gonna
probably
deal
going to
with
be him and his family.
his
huh?
daughter. They said that it's gonna do a lot with his daughter.
With his daughter. Okay, so that makes sense.
growing up to be.
Then yeah, okay, so I could just looking at the logos. Loki
Okay.
Loki looks like there's going to be a lot of because they have it like all the
His,
different-
his daughter is named something else, but it's, yeah, that's what I
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I feel like that one. I feel like that's gonna be like a gritty. What's Odd Couple? Like one's a slob, one's perfectly like everything has to be dress right, dress and it's perfect. And it's just gonna, but it's gonna be gritty.
Falcon. Wait, so in my mind, I'm thinking Winter Soldier is the slob,
Yeah,
and Falcon, but that doesn't make any sense because Falcon's not like super proper,
true.
and he's not like Steve Rogers.
No, I picture because of what's his name being brainwashed that he's very like everything has to be in a proper order.
Okay, so
it has
the
to
other
be
way around.
Well, why does he have long hair?
because he's.
Have
you seen his beard?
Have you seen that beard? And then who's the bottom? That's what I want. That's what I'm
That's,
curious
yeah.
about.
No, they're both switch. They both
Power
switch.
bottom?
Yeah.
You know when Winter Soldier doesn't have the arm on,
Yeah.
he's the bottom,
He's the bottom.
and then when he does, he's clearly
No, I feel like Falcon would be the bottom just because of that beard.
Yeah.
He's got a weak chin.
Yeah, he's got a weak chin. He's got a bottom chin.
Yeah, Wanda and Vision, like, I have no... Okay.
I have a feeling it's gonna be like a prequel of like when you first see.
When they disappear.
No, like you know how in Infinity War, like they're like seeing each other like in secret and shit, because Vision's with Tony.
Yeah.
And Wanda's with Steve.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah.
They'll probably just go more into that.
And like why it's...
Like, I don't get why they would make that.
Oh, here.
Like,
I don't know if you guys saw
and
this.
not a Hulk. I'm mad that
And not a Hulk.
Why is there no Hulk?
Yeah, I want to see more.
Why have they just completely abandoned Hulk? Like,
And like, especially because the Edward
Marvel
Norton Hulk
or
movie was such a good movie.
Disney hasn't even done a Hulk at all.
Yeah, not the Edward Norton Hulk was the first last. I forget.
Sony? Was it Sony who did Hulk?
It was
Warner Brothers?
Probably Sony, I think. Because all the games were for PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
They came out for Xbox today.
I don't remember. It was no, I think it was Fox actually. I think because it's either Sony or Fox. That's the only two that have Marvel. Did you guys see this? There was a cockpit of a plane leaked from Area 51.
Chemtrails.
The chemtrails control law.
Duh.
So most of the big news. Why didn't I click on this one? Selena Gomez stuns in black dress. I didn't mean to click on this star.
Yes,
She does not stun. She looks.
See,
I mean, she looks okay.
You definitely clicked on that on purpose.
Who?
Selena Gomez. I didn't mean to click on this one. I
They
guess.
they had a 25-minute demo
Yeah, I have some of the footage
at a
for the Avengers game. Yeah, I have some of the footage because it wasn't like the article was, of course, Avengers footage leaked from Comic-Con because like every year some shit gets leaked from it. So they do have gameplay video. There's gameplay footage out there right now. Gameplay. Marvel's The Rise of... Why is it Marvel? Why is Marvel doing Star Wars now? It's Disney.
Marvel Star Wars, bro.
The Rise of Kylo Ren revealed.
Disney,
oh no, it's a comic book.
Disney Marvel Star Wars.
Disney Marvel Star Wars.
Yeah. So it's going to be
I
a
wonder if they're
comic.
going to do a what if Star Wars and Marvel. We'll see.
They could.
do anything.
But that's the beauty of What If, like, because they could do all
Are
that.
they gonna do what if Batman fought Iron Man?
Nothing.
They used to do.
You said
those.
anything.
Have you seen that? That stupid show.
What's stupid? It's not a stupid shows.
No, I remember they used to do in the 90s. They did like it was every like once a year they would do like Marvel and DC would actually combine and they would do like Batman versus fucking it was I think it was Batman versus the Moon Knight. It was Hulk versus Superman. They had all these ones, and then like you would go and vote. Like you would mail it because it was pre-internet, so you would you would fill out a card and vote, and then based on the votes, that's who would win in the comic. So I'm looking at some of the okay. What if Professor X of the X-Men had become Juggernaut instead of his brother becoming Juggernaut? Like so, that's one of the storylines. That's one.
X
Yeah.
became- So he would have the mind powers and be the Juggernaut, or would he just be the Juggernaut? And then his brother would be Professor X.
And then the brother would be evil, and he would be a good Juggernaut. He would have a good Juggernaut and an evil.
Evil
Professor
Professor X, yeah. Is that how that would work? Or like, would the powers swap, or does Professor X just get both of them?
I'm trying to see because I hadn't actually read that one.
Piece of shit.
I just found some of them.
Important things
Anyway.
to look up, buddy.
No, Professor X he has both, and then his brother never like
He just
it
doesn't
becomes
have
super resentful. What if Punisher was a hall monitor? It's a comedy story. What if the Avengers defeated everybody? That's one of the stories. These are like this is like the top 15 most famous.
Defeated everybody, as in like who's everybody?
Everybody. In the version of the story, back to the way it was. It's scripture. Hulk permanently reverts back to Bruce Banner. The world is much safer. It's just they make the world. They just defeat everybody and everyone's happy.
Oh, gotcha.
But the Avengers all go because they don't have anyone to protect. They don't have anything to do, so there's no.
They're just not there to work at the grocery store.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Hey,
just,
what's up, Captain America? Yeah, I'll take
like
paper, please.
what if the Fantastic Four never? See, and that's the thing too.
It's like a One Punch Man.
Yeah.
If it was Marvel.
The thing too is like with what if there's so many stories like we haven't seen. So there's no MCU Fantastic Four, but one of the ones is what if the Fantastic Four never got their powers? They came back from space and they just
Then there's no storyline.
There's no, yeah.
What if-
There's no Fantastic Four.
What
They're
if bees
just called
continue to mutate?
astronauts. If
Yeah, right. What if Wolverine had killed the Hulk? He does at one point. What if Vanisher had possessed the what if Venom had possessed the Punisher? That'd be a cool one.
What it?
Venom and the Punisher together, like the Punisher with powers of Venom.
Yeah, but
He'd be pretty goddamn unstoppable.
but it's like
That's
Punisher's
just
good
Venom
with
with-
Punisher's
that's just
good
Venom
with
with
like
guns.
weapons and stuff.
Yeah, that's just Venom
when you're
with
Venom,
guns.
you don't
You don't
you
really-
don't
yeah.
have guns.
But
Like,
no, but Punisher's good hand in hand
Or
as
he
well.
could
though.
use.
yeah, I guess.
He
but
could use the guns, and then they're like.
And just like Venom
modified
Pool, there's Deadpool with Venom.
powers, though.
can they do that?
You know how?
Will
Well, you know
Venom
how
do it?
like in
think
Spider-Man,
you can.
how they have the negative powers also like works on their guns.
Oh yeah.
Might be like the same thing, right?
Yeah, that's how that works. And yeah, sure, it'd be scary.
Number 8, we already have the answer to is what if the Hulk had always had Bruce Banner's brain, so he even when he transformed, he still had
Oh, that's
the bronze and the brain.
yeah, that's the fucking Professor Hulk.
Yeah, we know the answer to that one.
He's a little bitch.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
What if someone else besides Spider-Man had been bitten by the radioactive spider? And that one, it's Flash Thompson has the powers, and he was just a dickhead Spider-Man.
Yeah, how come Hulk was dope in? Which one was he dope in? The first one, right?
The first Avengers.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
That
he was
the one
he was dope as fuck.
That was when he was
Yeah.
going Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was he was
He-
fucking up those whales and
Yeah.
shit.
And
Those
then-
flying
and-
whales.
Yeah, like he progressively got like,
Yeah, and then
like,
all of a sudden,
like
and
they
then-
nerfed him every.
and then the
fucking
yeah, the
movie.
last-
Every movie, yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think I think they kind of had to do that a little bit just to give the other Avengers something to do. Like,
No.
well, no, but Hulk, because Hulk goes through.
But
No,
He
because
doesn't-
because
but
then
see,
they,
but
they
Hulk-
still refer to him as like you have like
The strongest Avenger?
like he's like worth 10,000 nukes.
Yeah.
and then like you still don't do
But see,
anything with him when you have him.
But the thing about it too is like
Ant-Man
in the
had to save
comic
him.
books,
Yeah,
From the thing that he specializes at.
it's just lifting shit. But even in the comics, Hulk kind of goes through where his power. Like sometimes he's a like when
Yeah,
he,
but
when he
see,
transforms,
that's
he turns into like a fucking 3-story tall
Yeah,
monster.
see, but that's the
sometimes
thing.
he's fucking 6 feet.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's not always there when you need him.
Yeah.
But when he comes, he's fucking like he's unstoppable.
But see,
They just didn't have him do anything.
like I know Hulk's power is like the more angry he is, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
stronger he is.
yeah.
But they don't really
never
explain.
really- yeah.
Like, or I could understand if you were to say like throughout each movie he's less angry.
Yeah.
So he's just not as strong.
but they never really.
But they never address it. They're just
Address
like,
it,
oh
yeah.
yeah, Bruce Banner's here, and then next time he turns Hulk, he's just like he's just not as good.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, because like even in Ragnarok, right? He was like
all those whales in Avengers, like he definitely could have dealt with that wolf in nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's true. And then the other thing too with Hulk, like the thing about Hulk too was the thing is sometimes he transforms and he's not like he's on our side right now, but then he transforms and like he's not on our side anymore. Like, he's just pissed off at everything. It's like a trained baboon. It just might just turn on you for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, but he didn't do
They
it.
didn't do any of that. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, they only did that in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did they do that in the second one too?
Wait, no, which is the one?
'Cause-
It's
I know there was one where he was fighting Thor,
That's a.
where Hulk was fighting Thor,
think
and then he
he
almost
leaves.
killed Black Widow.
No, yes, that's what I'm
the
trying.
first one is where he leaves.
No, the second
The
one's when he
second
leaves.
one's when
The
he
second
leaves.
one's when he almost kills Black Widow. Then.
Okay.
So because that's because I remember that's one of my favorite things is like they filmed that like it was almost like a horror scene. Like it reminded me of like someone being chased down by a werewolf or something. Like because it was just that whole like where's he at? Where's he at? And he's just smashing through shit. You know, like there was that was the second one because it was on the helicarrier.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after that, they never really explored that.
Oh, no, was it the? No, it was the second.
Like I thought it would have been cool. Was like, yeah, he's Professor Hulk, but still, if he gets angry, like he'll lose. He gets
angry enough,
like, I thought he would like lose himself.
Yeah.
And then he just fucked the shit out of Thanos.
Ooh, what if Wolverine battled Conan the Barbarian?
Wolverine would kill Conan.
Yeah.
What if Spider-Man had never become a crime fighter?
He'd be a villain.
Like what? Like he just delivered pizzas with his powers.
With his power, yeah.
He's just an extremely good photographer, getting nice angles hanging from.
Any other video game news come out of Comic-Con? Just Marvel?
No. Just Avengers.
Really?
Any Star Wars stuff? Yeah.
There's a.
Or is that today?
I think that's today. That's today. Mainly Marvel stuff, and then Star Wars stuff. Oh, and Star Trek. So they announced Picard, but I don't know. I didn't see if it's a prequel. I mean, I'm assuming it's not. It's just him living
Lars
life.
Picard?
Lars Picard, yes.
They showed. Oh, I guess I don't know. You guys don't really follow it, but they showed a season 4 trailer for My Hero Academia.
I need to watch that fucking show.
It's such a good show.
I've heard you told me
It's like on the level of Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
It's like a modern day Dragon Ball, and it's just the writing's
like I
better.
get a lot of
Not
people.
good, but-
I get a lot of people like recommending animes to me, but you're the only person like you, and maybe Caboose are the only two people that I trust to recommend animes to me. And it's like
there's that. Well, I can get into a bunch of animes.
like there's like one of the guys at work is always like, oh, you should watch this, you should watch that, but like I don't trust it because he watches just like all like that's all he watches is anime, and I was like, you watch like even the shitty stuff.
I mean, I'll give any anime a chance,
I'll
but
give it a chance.
if I can't get into it in like 5 episodes, which is like each one's 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, see, but this guy's a fucking neckbeard, so he just wants to be a Japanese anime character. Like he legit, and I remember, and I remember him saying this specifically. Like so, he's at work, and so it's not like. So he like okay. I can understand running out of your house with a piece of toast in your mouth, running to your car, getting in your car, eating the toast on your way to work. But okay, so this guy made toast, buttered it, got to his car, drove to work, then put it in his mouth, and then ran in, and then said, "I just realized I ran in here with a piece of toast in my mouth. I really am living anime life." And it's just like,
all right.
like you just staged that so you could make that comment. Like you could, like,
I really am living an anime life.
or like I really am a living anime character or some shit like that. He said.
All right.
He's also the kind of guy that'll walk up behind you and say, "Sorry, kid, nothing personal," and then just like act like he's gonna stab you. And he's like, "No."
But
Oh, and he does the thing with his glasses. Like weird. Yeah, he does that.
I mean, I do that because I have it.
Yeah, but no, he
my
makes
shit, like, slides off when I get sweaty. It
Yeah.
just starts sliding off my nose.
But he makes like he'll wait till someone's looking at him and then he'll just like, fuck off, guy.
sounds like you love this guy.
Goddamn neckbeards.
Sounds like
See, you pay a lot of attention to.
You sound like you're.
No, it's
sounds
just,
like you're in love.
no. The thing about it is he has to be the center of attention in every room that he's in. Like, well, he'll walk in and like everyone puts music on, and like we'll have headphones or whatever. No,
This is what's wrong with
I
you
gotta
guys.
know. I gotta like it's shit like this, and he'll put on some music.
But I gotta have his cock.
He'll put on music. He'll put on like some death metal. Put on whatever.
Every orifice.
And then like he'll like, have you heard this song? Have you heard this song? Have you heard this song? And it's like, unless you like, yeah, I've heard this song before. Like,
But he was clearly like not right in the head.
oh no, he's got a song going
He's
on.
narcissist and weird.
Let me see. Let's see if there's any more Marvel news.
You want a intermission?
Oh, let's do a quick intermission. Yeah.